So what the markets are doing is forward-looking. So they're looking forward at where the forward-looking indicators are showing that growth will return, but inflation will continue to fall, unemployment will rise a bit. So that's a kind of more Goldilocks scenario with economic growth coming back without inflation. So that's what markets have been pricing. That's why crypto's been so strong this year, and stuff like the Nasdaq's been so strong this year. So I'm very optimistic generally, and I think we're in crypto spring, and we'll transition to crypto summer, maybe Q1 of next year.
In a comprehensive interview with Raoul Pal, a prominent macro thinker and financial market commentator, several key themes surrounding the cryptocurrency space emerged. Firstly, Pal highlighted the significance of institutional investment in the digital asset space, suggesting that beyond simply injecting liquidity, institutions have the capability to amplify crypto's reach and utility. By their participation, institutions not only infuse capital, but also propel the development and integration of crypto-related financial instruments, such as the anticipated Ethereum ETFs. Delving into market dynamics, Pal noted that he perceives institutional appetite for crypto to be healthy and growing. Institutions have been accumulating knowledge and are ready to participate more actively. He also emphasized the potential game-changing role of Solana, which is projected to be significantly faster than its contemporaries. On ETFs, particularly Ethereum ETFs, Pal reflected positively on VanEck's initiative to dedicate a portion of their profits to Ethereum core developers, showcasing a commitment to fostering the ecosystem. Pal also talked about the prevailing sentiment towards crypto in the media, observing that there's often a biased skepticism. He advised new entrants to the space to be cautious, not be swayed by FOMO, and to diversify their information sources. However, he does emphasize the market's potential, especially if one approaches it with a well-informed strategy and long-term perspective. Another notable takeaway is Pal's assertion that the financial industry is currently in a recession. Drawing parallels with past market behaviors, he speculated about the potential trajectory post-recession, drawing similarities with the 1990s dot-com boom. Pal concluded by spotlighting the upcoming Real Vision event, partnered with Ledger, aimed at educating participants about the future of digital assets. The Festival of Learning aims to help individuals navigate the complexities of the crypto space, preparing them for the next wave of digital asset growth. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much and enjoy the video.
From the work that I've done, if I look at the rate of change of the adoption, the active addresses, it should hit 1 billion this cycle. So what is that? How do we get there? I don't know. But there's a lot of things that people don't even know about. I don't know how we're going to onboard the billion, but it feels like it's coming. It could even be, dare I say it, CBDCs. If somebody launches one, it could be from India, where they're working on their CBDC. So there's a lot of different avenues that will create the billion people. More people are building on ETH. So that's great. I think that continues. Solana, I think, is going to be the big story of this cycle of the main chains, because they're launching Fire Dancer, or Jump-Is, which is a different validator, which actually, I mean, believe it or not, is going to run at 600,000 to 1.2 million TPS. So this is the fastest thing by a long way, considering Solana and Polygon are the two fastest chains at 65,000 TPS. And this is a game changer. It means the whole finance system can be built on it. It was designed by Jump Trading, who are high-frequency traders who understand the latency and sheer capacity requirements for things like exchanges to run. Ask anybody who's not laid off people from their business, who's not seen a decline in sales, who's not seen a decline in activity. I mean, literally everybody has. Now, it's not just crypto, it's across the board. So I think we have been in recession. And maybe that comes up in the numbers in this quarter and next quarter, because all my forward-looking indicators, which precede that, always showed that we were in recession. So I think the numbers will show recession, but the markets will be trading recovery. It was 1990 till 2001. That was 11 years.
Wow.
Right now, all of the cycles are about 4 years. So it's hard to build up the imbalances, because if we didn't have a down cycle, okay, crypto would have been in a huge bubble. So it really depends whether these cycles repeat themselves. And I think it's based on the refinancing of the government debts, which are all around 3 to 5 years. And so you get this 4-year cycle all the time. So yes, we will definitely see something that goes into a bubble, and whether it's AI or whatever it may be, who the hell knows? And then as liquidity comes out, it'll get deflated. But again, the key point that people have got to understand is these are not mean reverting. We know this from crypto. The actual trend is up, and all you're doing is going up and down within the bigger trend, which is why you always have to use log charts for this stuff to truly understand what's going on. Because people think, oh, crypto collapse, it's down 80%, it's back to where it was. It's not. It's back to the highs of the previous cycle. It's like you have to keep it in your head where that actually, all the lows are higher and the highs are higher. So each drawdown in crypto, the overall market falls less. And you can use Bitcoin as the best example. Each time it just falls a little bit less. So maybe next time around it falls 60% and not 75%. And previous time was 87%. The previous time to that was 97%. ETH fell in 2018, 97%. This time it fell 85%. Maybe next time it's 75%. So volatility does get dampened as more participants come into the space and the more activity. And eventually, once you get kind of financial market activity where, let's say, equities are tokenized and stuff like that, well, then there's ongoing demand for activity on chain as well. So it's not just based around liquidity, it's just about general activity using blockchain technology. So look, we're not out of the woods yet. My guess is we have to keep going through this miserable cycle of I'm rich, I'm poor every few years until maybe 2030. I think we've all learned not to give price expectations anymore, because just because people trying to take them as gospel, and as opposed to, hey, this is my best guess knowing what I know today. But generally speaking, if ETH does what Bitcoin did last cycle, then it's 3 to 4 times the high of the previous cycle. Mm-hmm. So therefore, that kind of yardstick gives us 15,000 plus. That doesn't sound unreasonable. That's a 10x from here. That's possible. That would be within the realms of normality. And then something like Bitcoin, maybe it does slightly less because it's a more mature ecosystem, and something like Solana would do significantly more. So that's how I think about it. I think the overall space can go from $1 trillion today to maybe 10 trillion at the peak of the next cycle. So that's a 10x for the whole space, possibly. Could be a 5x, but it's something of that magnitude. If we're right in our hypothesis that more and more people will use blockchain technology for underlying use cases. If that's the case, yeah.
Raoul further discusses the evolution and media representation of cryptocurrency, particularly Bitcoin. He sheds light on the skepticism of journalists towards emerging technologies and highlights the unique chance cryptocurrencies offer, allowing individual investors to partake in revolutionary technology ahead of major institutions. The growth of the crypto community, evident from small gatherings to vast, diverse ecosystems, is also emphasized. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this discussion insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on the cryptocurrency world. Your support helps us bring more quality content to you. Until next time, stay informed and stay safe.